size of Yasi sort of didn't hit me until actually I was on the way to Townsville. But when I came home, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I had a phone call in Townsville telling me that in front of my home there was sand dunes up higher than the house. The whole front was covered with all this sand. But the garage was completely a mess, absolutely. It had been full with salt water because it took the tidal surge. And inside the house there was water, and not just water, mud and sand, and everything had been wet. It came down through the lights, and it was pretty devastating because you have things that you've had for life and they're all gone. It just all went out on the footpath.
Patricia was referred to us by the Disaster Relief Coordination Centre. She had been in dispute with her insurance company regarding her contents insurance, and she was struggling with the assessment, and that struggle had been going on for approximately 13 months.
And one of the best things they did was refer me to a firm called ICANN that I had never heard of before, but I would recommend highly to anyone in any disaster.
She was really struggling, and not just struggling in the sense that the disaster and the impact of what Cyclone Yasi had done to her property, but she just recently had lost her husband, who she cared for over 20 years. She was dealing with her own health issues, which were life-threatening. So she was grappling with a lot of personal issues, and then having to deal with a dispute with an insurance company.
You're under enough stress at the time, and the last thing you need is insurance companies putting more stress on you. They are attacking you when you're most vulnerable.
We basically got as much information as possible from Patricia, and it was fantastic. She prepared a lot of documentation. She had a lot of photos before and after the event. She kept receipts of her contents. And she kept documents as well, whether it be the policy, the insurance policy, or documentation that the assessor presented to her. We gave her the information of where she was actually at, what our role would be, and which is very important, what our role is as a financial counselling service. And then we started the process of doing an internal dispute resolution with the insurance company and the assessor.
And the outcome of all this, after several meetings, has been I've now successfully been paid out on my insurance.
In the history of financial counselling, funding's gone up and down. There's an unknown, and it makes it very difficult to provide a really good quality service. When we have a breakdown in funding, it impacts on the professional development, it impacts on the supply of financial counsellors, and in turn impacts on the quality of financial counsellors, because we're losing our most senior financial counsellors, or ones that have been in there for 2 or 3 years, because the funding's been cut. And so when funding may come back in 3 or 4, we have to start the whole process again. And it's not good, not so much for the sector, it's not good for the clients that are needing a financial counselling service. They really need high quality financial counselling. If you don't provide that, then they're not getting the proper assistance that may in turn affect a client's outcome. And in Patricia's case, that could be the difference between $5,000 and $80,000.
I've been through Cyclone Yasi, and I was under stress didn't know where to go, was fighting the insurance company for 2 years nearly, and ICANN came on the scene. They were my guardian angels. We need people like ICANN to stand up for us. Please, Mr. Newman, do your duty as Premier and help people.